Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Dadapir. I'm going to handle the subject Industrial Management and Engineering Economy for 5th year students. First of all, I'm going to take the introduction of the subject, what it means and how it can be, how the subject can be taught to you in the basic concepts. First of all, I'm going to teach you the industrial management. What do you mean industrial management? This is the subject which I am going to handle, industrial management. Industrial, first we have to know what is industry. What is industry? Nowadays, industry plays a vital role for development of whichever the nation it belongs to. So the manufacturing, it is the industry means the first, being in mechanical engineering, the first concept goes to manufacturing. What is manufacturing? What is an industry? It is nothing but which deals with the engineering creation. First, what is this? Industry is nothing but a creation. Yes, creation. What do you mean creation? Creation is nothing but development, bringing the particular idea into the execution, where the raw material will be converted into the product. That is nothing but a creation. Creation means there may be design, plan, and next concepts means idea. This is the creation. So industry is nothing but which deals with the engineering creation, which converts the raw material into the product. For example, we can give example here. Just one example can be taken, just like a student. You are coming, a student. Why you have selected manufacturing? Why you have selected mechanical engineering subject or a branch? Because where mechanical engineering, this you think this one is a raw material. Mechanical engineering, a student as a raw material. What is this? Student is a raw material. What the teacher is saying, you may confusion. You may think about that. Student, when you enter into their field of engineering, you won't be knowing anything about the engineering, correct? So we are going to mold you. We are going to create in such a way that we are going to convert in such a way that whatever the subjects, whatever the knowledge which belongs to mechanical, it will be transferred into your mind. That could be the product. Which is nothing but then you are going to be a product source from raw material. That's called as an industry. For example, industry, just I am giving a general concept, general basic example, just conversion of a student into a product. When you are going to come to the college, you are not knowing to any idea of the engineering. You don't know anything. So by learning the various subjects, maybe the manufacturing subject, maybe the thermal subject, maybe the production subject, or maybe the design subject. These are the subject you are going to learn, and we are going to mold you in such a way that some production will be made by you, some concepts will be, or some knowledge will be generated by in among yourself, which can serve the nation. First it comes to serve the nation, next serves yourself and as well as your parents or relatives or friends. That is the product. Okay, that is known as the industry. Next, when you go for a management. Yes, what is this management? Again, management is nothing but the managing or a system that integrates the various people coming together, bringing together with the help of some material and energy, power, which we are going to run or which we are going to focus on the goal of any organization. That is called a management. It is nothing but an organization, a set of people, a group of people will be coming together with various ideas, with various knowledge, and that with the resource, with the power, with the energy, which we are going to work together to reach the goal or mission or a vision of an organization. That is called as a management. So both together, industrial management is nothing but the subject which deals with the set of or a group of people converting raw material into the product which is a product is nothing but the goal of a product is nothing but a goal of an industry or an organization that we are going to study in this industrial management subject. Need of the industrial management. Everywhere, you know what is the need means. For example, why you students are coming here? If there is some need to learn some subject or some branch. So especially you choose a mechanical because you want to be a mechanical engineer. Maybe you are going to be a production engineering, maybe planning engineering, maybe you are going to in the field of thermal, or maybe you are going for designing. In this way, this is the need, or somewhere you want to serve the country or serve yourself in particular field. That is called the need. So here, industrial management is nothing but we have some basic needs which satisfy to learn this particular subject. So the simple one, first we are going to show the maximum, the first point in the need of it is to ensure maximum activities. Maximum output activities. Yes, what is this? To maximum output activities. Whatever the raw material you are having, which you are going to convert into the product, the maximum input, minimum input and maximum output. Whatever you are going to invest the particular thing in that, which should be converted into the useful product. That is called an output. So the maximum output should be there. For example, being a student, you can't say that whatever the maximum time you spend on that particular subject, you are going to earn maximum points or maximum percentage or maximum knowledge by investing yourself, that input. That is known as the maximum output activities in an industrial management. The second one, the quality. Yes, what is this quality? What is the quality? You know, everyone, quality nowadays, the word is challenging to each other. Each other manufacturer or maybe the nation wise, they are going to show themselves what type of quality you are giving. You can't compromise the quality. You may compromise with the price or the cost, but the quality no one is going to compromise. So quality is the second step we are going to see here in an industrial management. How to improve quality, how to compete with the present other challenging with the other industries. That is the most important one. So quality is the other thing we are going to see in this industrial management. Next one is innovation. Very good point. Innovation, quality, maximum output activities. So innovation. See, at the time, 30 years before, means in the 1990 to 2020, you see so many types of changes in the product. Being in mechanical engineering, you are going to see so many changes. For example, you can take a mobile, or you can take a desktop, means computers, personal computers. You see in the you see in the mobile industry itself, so much of innovation, so much of changes we are going to see in the products. Varieties of brand. In the 1990, when I saw myself, the mobile which you are going to see, a Motorola company was the first company which introduced the mobiles. You know the size and the memory of that particular mobile in 1990s, you are going to be shocked to hear those things. The size was like your geometry box. It's such a big one, the lengthy as well as the thickness was more than about 20 mm to 30 mm thickness was there. You think about that, and the weight of that particular mobile was more than 250 grams. You think 250 grams. Now, compared to that, Motorola introduced mobile in the 1990 to 2020. You think that. Now, you see the weight of your mobile. You see so many brands. You see memory power. You see the applications or the apps which will be given in that mobile. Can you compare with this 1990 to 2020? It's highly impossible. That is called innovation. You can't stay on 1990 itself. If you stay on 1990, you may think that your country is not developed, or your knowledge is not developed, or the concepts within you has not changed that one. So that when you go for change, when you see some interaction, when you see that new ideas and techniques coming, that is the innovation. Then itself you can compete with the other industries or with the other countries. Nowadays you've seen that China is playing a very vital role in the industrial or any manufacturing, or maybe in the software skills or whatever, the banking sectors, all the sectors, the China is the first and topmost country. We are going to see that in the developing country. The next comes maybe the Germany, US or maybe Japan. In this is so many comes India, etc., etc. So many the countries are improving themselves and competing each other to show their talents, show their new innovations. That is most important one. These are the three steps or the concepts we are going to see the need of industrial management. Okay, the next, in this, better to stop with this introduction and the need. Next we will go for the particular topic in this particular subject, which is called management concepts or basic management. I am going to introduce or give some introduction about the management. Okay, the next topic we are going to start about the basic things of management, basic concept of management. Yeah, before going to basic concept, this is the first chapter we are going to see in the industrial management, basic concepts of management and industrial organization. So, in this, first thing you want to know the basic definition of management. Yes, what is management? As I told now, it is nothing but the process involving the different process involving like planning, designing, staffing, directing and controlling. Directing I can call it as leading also. These are the main things. It is nothing but the management is nothing but the process involving the planning, designing, staffing, leading or directing and controlling with the set of people with the human efforts to achieve stated objective or goal of an organization. This is called management. The process of planning, designing, staffing, directing and controlling with a set of people or with the human efforts to reach the goal of an organization is called as an management. So in this we are going to see, so everyone works. For example, management, I'll give a simple example, a university. Yes, this is an organization. Consider this is an organization. Yes, it is an organization. See, organization has some goal, means some mission or objective, one objective. Yes. What is the mission or a goal of an organization? Means, for example, in a university. University is nothing but, it is a teaching source. It is a ground or a field of a teaching. So here, in a management, when you go for a university example, we are going to take first thing here as the president. We are going to consider in a university. A president who is the main role, who is the main person who is going to handle. This can be called as an organization once again. This is a person who leads organization. Okay, the next under him, the various people will be working. The various humans' efforts will be present to reach that goal. A president cannot reach the goal of an university. He cannot do teaching, he cannot do the dean person, he cannot be a faculty person, or he cannot be there. So president, who is a main source of a management of an organization, under him various persons like AVP, academic vice president. Next, in admission vice president. Next thing, we are going to see the students affair AVP, who is going to take care of the students' problems, all those things. The next, we are going to see some other person in administration or something else. After this, again, AVP will be having, academic vice president will be having different variety of deans, branch deans or the school deans. Under the school deans, again, head of the department. Again, under the head of the department, we are going to see the professors, associate professors, assistant professors, lecturers, instructors, etc., etc. These are all the things we are going to see in management. The president is going to question or is going to give some suggestion to the vice presidents. Again, vice president is going to give some suggestion or whatever else you can go for the dean. Again, dean to the head of the department, and head of the department is going to manage a set of people, a set of employees. We are going to see that a varieties of teachers with the varieties of subjects will be taught to the student. And finally, the goal of all those things one is the students. That is the students. The student should be satisfied with the university. Then itself, we are going to see that the development of an university. When the development of university, we are going to see that again the development of the country. Because the students who is going to output from this university will be the future of the nation and will be the future of themselves. We are going to serve their parents, serve the nation, serve themselves. That is the goal. Simple example can be given as your university. That is one thing we are going to see in management, the first definition of the management with the example. Now, you have learned about the subject, what is the meaning of the subject, and the definition of the management. So, in the management, I told you, the process of planning, directing, controlling, designing, and staffing, these are the 5 important points we are going to see in management, which serves the to reach the objective of a particular organization. These 5 points are very important. Later in the next class, I am going to discuss about this. What is planning with the definition, what is planning, what is directing, what is controlling, what is staffing, all those things I am going to cover in the next session of this class. Now, I am going to start with the importance of management. Importance. Why this management is required? Without a manager or a management, for example, in your general daily life, you just take yourself as an example. What is your role being a student? How you are going to manage your daily activities? How do you manage yourself coming to the class, attending your exams, attending your mid exams, and all those things? How you are going to manage? It's a very important thing. Being a manager, if you are going to be an entrepreneur, you should learn the skill to manage the management. If you are not going to manage yourself from the student level, it's quite difficult to be an entrepreneur. It's very difficult to reach the goals or the concept which has been made by yourself being a student. So you think, first thing, the managing is a vital role in each and every person. Maybe an educated person or maybe an uneducated person. Because without managing his daily things, he is not going to reach or he is not going to succeed. What is the future thing he should do it? So management is nothing but managing your daily things, managing your daily work. Being a student, as I told you, there is a timetable. What is that? We are going to post a timetable of your subjects, of your semester or whatever particular year. In the timetable, we are going to see that at what time the lecturing classes will be there, at what day the mid exams will be there, at what day the final exams will be there, and what day your graduations will be there, graduation day will be there. All these things will be posted and you are going to come to know about that. According to that, you are going to maintain the time. You are going to maintain yourself. Without this is the first step being a student. Maybe you are an entrepreneur or maybe you are going to go for the job or whatever else. Wherever you go, these are the main concepts you should learn. So, in that, what is the importance of management? The first point will come to for the accomplishment of goal or objective. Yes. You know very well, without a goal, without a future thinking, a person cannot survive in the nation or survive in the life. Correct? So, accomplishments to reach the goal. What are the steps to be taken? What are the process to be taken? What are the procedures should be followed to reach particular goal? That is one thing, accomplishment of the goal or an objective. Next one is the effective utilization. Yeah, effective utilization. Yes. What is effective utilization? Simply you can't waste your raw material, or you cannot waste the time, or you cannot waste the whatever the investment we are not. We are going to use in an effective way. It should be a productive way. It should be such a thing that no one is going to tolerate whatever the resources has been available. Within that resources, you should act accordingly and convert that resources into the profitable product. That is one thing we are going to see in the management importance. And the third one is sound organization. Yes. In a management, simply running an organization, simply running a university or whatever industry is not a simple task. So, whatever you are doing work, it should be a profitable. Maybe in the view of money, or maybe in the view of competition with the other industries, or maybe in the development of your knowledge or among yourself. All those things will be there. So when you improve your knowledge, when you compete with the challengings of with other atmosphere, then you are going to produce a sound organization. Okay. The next one is providing vision and forecasting. Vision and forecasting. Yes. Vision. Everyone has a vision. Everyone has one or two visions will be there. According to that vision, we should act. And we should think about the future. That is forecasting. Today the product will be something. For example, mobile itself you can take. Today, whatever the app or whatever the function or whatever the application in your mobile may not be tomorrow. Means it will be added extra. You can't say that. I'm telling you in 1990, I told you in the last class, in 1990, the application of the mobile and the usage of the mobile as well as the function of the mobile was quite different compared to today, 2020. So that should be there, forecasting. No one is going to ask the 1990s mobile. They are going to ask about not today's, even the future. Tomorrow's mobile, what are the other applications? What are the advantages compared to today's advantages you are having in that mobile or some other product? That forecasting should be there. Then itself we are going to improve that is one more importance of the management. The next one is harmony at work. Yes, what is this harmony at work? Harmony at work is nothing but a healthy environment, a peaceful working environment. Everyone should have very good communication, interaction, sharing each and every ideas to everyone. Then itself you can go for a sound organization. If you are quarreling each other or if you are having misunderstanding with each other, you are not going to reach whatever the goals of that management. So harmony at work, the peace, unity, togetherness, trusting each other, sharing the information each other or ideas each other, that develops the organization to compete in the present world. That's one more thing. Next one is helping and developing. The employees or workers. Yes. See, management, a person who is sitting as president or a vice president, he doesn't want to see his own profit. If he sees own profit, then the entire management is going to collapse. Everyone, those are working each other, working in particular environment or particular industry, you should see the profit of each and every person. You should see that the helping nature should be there and developing the workers and encouraging to the workers should be there. President sees that sitting in a seat tells that I am a president, you should work. They are not the slaves. They are not the laborers. They are coming to develop themselves plus to develop an organization, to develop an management. That is one more thing which is the importance of the management. The last one, but not least, the very important point we are going to see here is development of nation. Development of nation. Yes. nation and the society. We call it as nation and the society. Yes. All those things you are seeing. First, the goals of an organization, effective utilization of the resource, whatever available in the particular area or particular organization. Next, sound organization. The next one, vision and forecasting, and the development and harmony at the work, helping and development of the workers. And when all this is be satisfied, we are going to be competitive in the nation, and we are going to develop the nation. We will be a part of development of the nation. Don't think that only we are going to develop ourselves or the organization. Even we are playing a vital role to develop the nation as well as the society. Okay, these are the few points which have been discussed about the importance of management. Thank you.